And we are back as the aroma of smoky meats begins to fill backyards across the country. Barbecue season, yes, y'all, it is officially in full swing. But for true enthusiasts, grilling is more than a summer pastime. It's a deep-rooted culinary tradition shaped by region, technique, and flavor. And joining me now is the acclaimed Pitmaster and award-winning barbecue competitor, Erica Roby. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Listen,
Thank you.
I'm excited. I'm hungry. You're gonna hook me up. We're gonna taste better. We got it going on here. Thanks for being with us. Listen, when we talk about barbecue, obviously there are a multiplicity of barbecue styles. Break it down for us a little bit about the difference in barbecue styles.
I got you. All right. So first, we're going to start in my hometown. We're going to Texas. So we're doing salt and pepper. Let the meat speak for itself, especially brisket, because brisket is king. Then let's head on over to the Carolinas. You got your vinegar base. You got your mustard, all that tang. If we're cooking steaks, if we're cooking briskets over there, if we're cooking beef ribs, we're going to do it with oak and a little bit of hickory wood. Now, let's travel all the way up to Kansas City. Kansas City, we got the tomato, the brown sugar, little bits of pepper in there. I'm talking like those sticky, sweet brisket burn-ins, thinly sliced brisket that can go on a sandwich and go, and just a wonderful expression of everything barbecue over there. And then now we are heading over to California. And don't be fooled and don't sleep on California. Central Coast, we are doing Santa Maria style. So this is like a live fire grill. We're cooking tri-tip, we're cooking ribeyes, we're cooking New Yorks, and we are doing it all with salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic, and then we have like basting sauces in Santa Maria. So red wine vinegar, beef tallow, olive, crushed garlic, butter going in there. And then every piece of meat is cooked over red oak. And the red oak smoke is the secret to California barbecue.
Well, I know the different regions are out there, but listen, for everybody, we've all got to make that one choice, and that one choice is picking the best brisket. So for somebody that's out there, may not be so sure, how do we go about picking that best brisket?
Yes, so you want to look at the marbling when you're going to pick up, and you can just pick up a brisket flat. You don't have to pick up the whole brisket if you don't want to. But you want to make sure that you are getting equal amounts of fat and muscle mixed in. So it really does look like a marble from when we were kids. You want to make sure you just see a good, even distribution of the white flecks to the red flecks. That's your first thing. So you're doing that at the store. Now you're going to get home. You're going to put salt and pepper and coat that brisket. Then you're going to take it over to a smoker that's already been heated up. We're going to get to 225 to 250 degrees. You're going to put it on there, and then guess what you're going to do? You're going to shut the lid, and you're going to walk away.
Okay.
You're going to mind your own business. You're going to go watch all your favorite shows, go do laundry, go to work, whatever you need to do. When you come back in a few hours, you're going to check that internal temperature. If it's 165 or higher, now you're going to go put that brisket in a barbecue sleeping bag, which is foil or butcher paper. And guess what you're going to do? Put it back on that same smoker, shut the lid, and walk away again. Go watch everything that you need to watch at night. Go do your laundry. Get ready for the next day. When you come back out in a few hours, you're going to check that internal temperature. If it's in the 200 to 205 range, your brisket is ready. So the biggest thing is, do not babysit your brisket just because it's a big piece of meat, just because of all the hoopla around it. The way it was intended to be cooked, the way it's always cooked that makes it the best is to set it and forget it and leave it alone.
Set it and forget it. But before you set it and forget it, talk to me about for the rookie out there, the seasoning is all in the seasoning.
Yes.
What makes the difference? So how do I go about seasoning it the right kind of way?
Yes. So you want to get yourself a nice, good seasoning shaker. Use one that, is empty, but you want to get kosher, coarse salt. So not the fine salt. And you want to get thick, coarse black pepper. Mix it together. We call that a Dalmatian rub because it looks like a Dalmatian, the black and white spots. Mix that together. Go up high, okay? I want you to take your hand up high and just season that entire brisket, every single side. Do not come down low. Stay up high so you get a uniform thing because that's going to be your crust. And then if you want to go in there and throw your own little flair on there, You can use onion powder, granulated garlic powder, one of your favorite barbecue rubs. You put your signature on that brisket the way you want and just put it on the smoker. That's all you got to do.
Gotta let her cook. We gotta let her cook. All right, Erica.
Like Glorilla says, let her cook.
Let her cook. Speaking of let her cook, listen, what are you grilling these days?
Oh, goodness, you've got to see this. So I did a Santa Maria style New York strip over red oak with the salt, pepper, garlic, and the basting brush. Then over here, this is my Carolina Epic Flat. And I just stacked sliced brisket, mile high coleslaw, nice tangy and vinegary, and then a mustard barbecue sauce on a brioche. We hit that brisket with some hickory smoke. And then over here is my Meet Me in Kansas City. And I took a brisket flat and I did it in a pastrami rub. So we got the coriander, we got all the pickling spices coming in as the bark on that brisket. So these are things that you can find at beefitswhatsfordinner.com and find these recipes and go out there and have fun. That's what I'm going to be doing today.
Listen, trying to finish this segment so I can get to eating, because right now this isn't going well. I got to sit and look, and I can't taste, but I can go home and practice. So for somebody who's got some skills at home and wants to go home and practice, where do we go? Where do we find some of the best recipes to do our thing?
That's right. Come on over to beefitswhatsfordinner.com. You will have so many recipes that you will never get tired. You will never run out of ideas.
What are some of the most common mistakes people make? Because, you know, I can just see a lot of people out there trying, and then all of a sudden it's black, it's dark, something's wrong. What are some of the common mistakes we make?
Checking it too much. If you're lifting the lid of your grill or your smoker, you're letting all the heat out, and that's what's actually cooking your food. It would be like trying to cook with the oven door open. So that's the biggest thing, because then you're having temperature spikes and things are going crazy. The other thing is being scared to season. Like, let that flavor in there, you know, take your rubs, layer different rubs, have fun with it. And then if you're doing burgers or anything like that, don't pack the meat really tight together, because then you're going to have like a tough burger. So you put it together loosely in the shape that you want it to be, and you go from there. But the whole like squeezing it, unless you're making meatballs, like, don't do that. Those are the biggest things that I see people doing, and it just makes me want to run for the hills and save them sometimes. But those are easily corrected.
All right.
Beef is very forgiving, so you can make a lot of mistakes. You'll be okay in the long run.
We're going to let Erica cook. Thank you so much for being with us. Listen, I'm going to take some of this stuff. I mean, my last guest was like, get all the information we can. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get you some information. So we got the information. Now, hopefully we go home and we do right. Now, if we mess up, I'm looking you up. So just make sure you just help me to get it right.
Instagram, yeah.
I will definitely do. Erica, thank you so much for being with us.
Bye, y'all.
All righty. She is an acclaimed pitmaster and award-winning barbecue competitor. Listen, if you wanna get it right, definitely listen to what she said. Now, if you want more information, go ahead and visit the website at beefiswhatsfordinner.com. Encouraging you, don't go anywhere. We'll be back more open coming up right after this.